Good morning. This is the first time my kitty has joined me in our little conversation in the morning. And Sophia is right behind me, and this is the closest that she's gotten to the kitty. And I'm hoping that they're going to learn to just love each other. Well, what I wanted to talk about today was some comments that I've gotten over the years from my books and my groups. And if you want to ever read one of my books, just go to Amazon.com and put in books by Marilyn Lundberg. And my Audible books are there too. I had a woman that her daughter had been sexually abused. And the mom just couldn't understand why her daughter didn't just get over it. Just move on with your life. Forget it. It's in the past, kind of thing. And she read my book, and she saw the 100 after effects of sexual abuse, and she read all the different feelings that I talked about, and the pain, the excruciating pain that I went through, and she was able to see why it's a problem that you just can't move on from, because it deeply penetrates your heart and your soul and your whole being. You can be changed by what happens to you. My 18 years of living in a home with a pedophile and a person that was mentally ill, it changes you. And she read my book, and she wrote me this long letter thanking me that she now understood what her daughter was going through. And that's the point of what I'm doing. I don't want to just talk about how bad my life was. I want it to have meaning for other people, so that they're not in their 50s and 60s and still struggling, but they can be helped right away. And I had another comment from a woman. She had a young boy, and she was seeing differences in his personality. Real bad things were showing up in him. And she had him to counselors, and he then went into a psychiatric hospital. He was a young boy. And she was led to my book, Identifying and Healing Childhood Sexual Abuse. And she said the word healing is what made her say, yes, I want that book. And she read it. And it described her young boy to a T, of everything that he was displaying as far as all the different problems he was going through. And it turns out, and her son had never talked to his mom about the problem, and it turned out his teacher at school had been sexually abusing him for years. And when she found out, she was so devastated that this had been going on, because she had seen his decline and how it was deeply affecting him to the point of hospitalization. And when she wrote to me, I mean, I was so thankful that she had seen my book and was able to help him. And she said that she was in the process of bringing criminal charges against this teacher. Who knows how many other children this man had touched and damaged. So if you or anyone that you know possibly was hurt. And like I've said on other videos, it took me 40 years to remember the sexual abuse. But I'm just putting all this information out there to help people so that they can find healing so much quicker than I did. I wish I could have read my book back in 12th grade. It would help me a lot, because there's so many people that have the depression, the anxiety, and panic attacks and all these things, but they've never really connected the dots. It's important that you know the root cause of why you've got all these different problems. And if 1 out of 3 girls and 1 out of 5 boys are sexually abused, that's a lot of people, a tremendous amount of people. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. And I hope you direct any friends that you have that you suspect might be dealing with this subject. I know it's a hard subject to talk about, but bringing it out in the light is the way to do it. We have to talk about it. But I hope you have a blessed day. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.